Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. Today's Saturday, so you are allowed to ask political questions, personal questions, pet questions, whatever you have. Hi Hero, Sylvia Strong, Beverly C, Nana BC, Lina Meleng. I hope everyone had a great week and enjoying your weekend. I was reading. Did you guys see the picture, Trump's picture with a cowboy hat and military uniform? Oh my God. And taunting Chicago. I've never seen anything like this. And I think some people on my other chat, in my other stream, my other show, my daily show, suggested that his dementia. Hi, Stephanie, prayer warrior. This dementia is getting worse. I think, hi, unconditional love, Taro. I think something is not right because basically renaming Department of Defense, Department of War, and then threatening your own, something is not right, and Republicans are taking it all in. But like I've been saying, I feel Trump is sitting in a powder keg, intuitively. Okay, I feel. When it comes to the military, because I just read, maybe I should read it to you guys. Hang on a second. It reads that the first paragraph, okay, outside of Donald Trump and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, there is little excitement within the Pentagon and among former defense officials to see the Department of Defense renamed as the Department of War, with worries about cost, confusion, and also how other nations will use the change for propaganda purposes. I mean, they gave quite a bit of spiel on this situation, but people and the back, to me, intuitively, in the background, you have people talking to journalists, letting everyone know that they are not happy. First of all, they're not happy with that shit, among other policy changes that are going on. Okay. And for them to come out and say something like that. And intuitively, it's proving to me that what I have been feeling, yes, in the military, there are lots of my guys, just like throughout society. But Trump's plan is to use the military and the National Guard to back up ICE. I think it's going to blow up. I don't think it's going to work. I've been saying this for a while. That article proved my point. Hi, artist. So, and I intuitively, I feel even Vince made a big mistake today. Not that he doesn't make any. He makes them every day. Oh, God. He got a lot of people angry at him. And because of the 11 people that they killed in international water. And somebody said it is a war crime or something to that effect to kill 11 people in international water from other countries without due process. And he basically said to the guy, he doesn't give an S. And he got buried over that. But like I've been saying, and I feel it's coming, I would not be surprised if some people in the Trump administration get indicted by international court. That's my prediction. Because the reason I said people more than one is because, yes, Trump signed the order, but there were other people in the chain of command that may get themselves into trouble in a few years from now, because a lot of them are counting that Republicans are going to be in charge for a long time or forever, if not forever. That's the plan. That's why they have been meeting with that guy, Yahweh. I've spoken about him on the other channel. Okay. He's the one basically who's trying, or who has been doing an amazing job convincing the wealthy that a dictatorship or a royalty like president in this country would be better than what we have. And he's got all of them convinced that's the way to go. So that, and Vance is one of those people as well. And that's why they are getting so arrogant. And it feels like to me, that's another major mistake they are making, because if things go south, people get, and I feel it's a matter of time, I hope I'm wrong, Americans become very angry. This thing can go south really fast. I'm very concerned about that. And the way Trump is inciting violence and inciting Chicagoans to commit violence, because if he's threatening people, not everyone is going to take it lightly. And for a president, well, I'm not surprised he's doing it, but I was shocked to, even for Trump, posting that picture this morning or sometimes today, earlier, okay, and saying you like the smell of deportation, of early morning deportation. That's, Americans are already unhappy with the way they are going about deporting undocumented people. And you go and post something like that, that's not going to help you. And you have Epstein going on. Oh, Lord. This is going to take a whole new phase in the not too distant future. That's why it's like playing with fire or playing with matches next to a can of gasoline. That's what basically the Trump regime is doing. They've been doing it for a long time. And if you come to think of it, it's about it. If they're not careful, they're gonna set that can of gasoline on fire in the not too distant future, and it's gonna be bad. Beverly says, Milo, I hope all is well. I want to check on me and daughter. She's starting grad class this semester. She's nervous. I feel she's going to be okay, if that's the question. I mean, don't be nervous. Put the nervous energy into focusing on studying. That's all it takes. Nervousness doesn't help. Sorry. Tell her to just focus. She'll make it. She'll do well. Okay. Roseanne Patterson is asking me, how is my boyfriend being honest with me? Well, I don't see him with somebody else, but if you're feeling uneasy, there is a reason for it. Okay, he may not be doing like getting involved in certain activities, but he's probably flirting with other women. Okay. Sophia, she said, do you see me being okay? Any advice for me starting grad school? Monday, the same advice. Don't worry. In fact, this is the best time to go to grad school because the job market is challenging. So you're making the right move. Go for it. You'll do fine. I'm not getting no reason to be nervous. I mean, it's going to be challenging. None of that stuff is ever easy. Going to grad school, oh boy, yeah. But you can do it. So don't worry. Just focus and go for it. You'll get there. You'll get your degree. So you should be fine. Rick Tuthill says, with my wife and I sell our house soon and buy a new one soon. I don't know what you mean by soon, but I mean, if you if you have it on the market, it will go. I'm getting 6 weeks to 6 months. So, but you'll sell it and be able to move if you want, if that's what you feel like doing. Yeah, I'm not getting any issues there. Sharice Martin says, "Hi Milo, do you think Trump will give money to farmers who are thinking of filing bankruptcy?" In fact, I was watching something on MSNBC earlier, and was it on MSNBC? No, I think it was on YouTube. Farmers are pissed off, and they are saying that it's probably in the big beautiful bill or something like that, but there is some kind of something that passed Congress where they have money for farmers. So I don't, according to the report, I don't think it's going to get to them, at least not on time, to keep them from filing for bankruptcy. Yeah, this thing is going to get really bad, unfortunately, for farmers. That's what you get when you have people, they don't plan, they just do things. Trump posting picture of himself with a cowboy hat and military uniform. When he didn't want to join the military, and he thinks soldiers are suckers and losers. And he posts pictures of himself in a military uniform. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But there is a senator that went after him, called him out as stolen valor because he never wanted to serve in the military. Oh my God, I forget her name. She was a helicopter pilot. She lost both her legs because she got shot down. I'm sure you guys know who I am talking about. I just can't remember her name right now. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking for questions, otherwise. Sandeep says, "I'm trying to go to school in November. Do you see it working out for me?" If you want to go, yeah, it will work out. I don't see that being a problem, so go for it. Good luck. Shelby Lisa says, "Most farmers voted for this." Oh my God. I'm sure a great number of them voted for it. Maybe that's why they're so upset. And it's not only farmers, a lot of my guys, it seems like this thing is beginning to catch up with them. So it's a challenge for a lot of them. Yeah. Well, they believe in his lies. People, Kamala tried to tell them, try to warn them. In fact, a lot of things that she said are happening. So, yep. Angie just immediately, do you see a government shutdown coming? I'd be 90% chance Democrats will shut it down because people have enough of Trump and his shenanigans. Then I'm says, "Will my daughter get hired to teach English online to kids under 15 years old?" I feel like saying yeah. People like her and that field is, yeah, I feel she will. It may take a little time, but she will. Christine R. says he's making the visa process hard for Africans. Oh, tell me about it. The way ICE basically they chase down black and brown people. Yeah. And also, in fact, right before I came on, the major thing was, somebody was complaining that Trump is trying to erase slavery from our history. It's not going to work. They don't understand that they are only there for a short time. Although if you look at, what Trump is building, he has a new name for the Rose Garden. Hang on a second. I wrote what he called the Rose Garden today. Yeah. As we know, Trump paved over the area where the Rose Garden used to be. And do you guys remember I told you a while back, don't be surprised if Trump start having membership at the White House because of the way he's decorating. He wants to build a ballroom, all kinds of stuff. He wants to turn it into Mar-a-Lago. That's basically what he's doing. So he called the Rose Garden the new Rose Garden Club at our White House. He thinks it's his. In fact, somebody, I forgot his name, a journalist, wrote a piece and he was talking about that, I believe on PBS. He was discussing these people where have they been? I've been talking about this. I know you guys, I don't know if all of you remember, but I've been saying this for a long time, that Trump thinks he owns our government. He thinks it's his. Yeah. And if you look at the way he's redecorating the Oval Office, the $200 million Lord ballroom, the Rose Garden, he's converting it to Mar-a-Lago. So, and I've been saying this for a long time. The first day the Trump family visited the White House, it was on their mind for a hostile takeover. And that's what we are seeing unfolding. That's why Trump is behaving the way he's behaving. He thinks he's going to get lucky because so far in his life, he's been lucky with everything. So even if doctors told him, because that's why he's confessing or asking his supporters to send him $15 to get him to heaven, so he can get into heaven. And he's talking that way because he's gotten some bad news from doctors. But he's hoping he's going to get lucky if they say he's going to live, 6 more months. So he thinks maybe he'll live 6 to 10 years. That's his way of looking at things. So he's putting all that energy, into redoing the White House and to his liking. This is going to be very interesting to watch, but that's the way they see things. And I would not be surprised if he tries to find a way to have Ivanka, if he can. Things may not work out that way. To be honest with you, I am not sure how he's going to leave the White House. Those of you who have watched me on my other channel, my daily show, I've explained three different ways that this thing can go. He can leave the White House. And the way I am getting it, the way things have been going, intuitively, I feel it's a combination of protests, because if you guys have been watching the past few days, DC today has an instantaneous protest, and it was huge, according to what I read. Chicago, people are protesting already, among other places in the country. So it feels like, and also the other thing is, I predicted this and I mentioned it either yesterday, I think. I predicted that the lower court is going to have some major disagreement with the Supreme Court. And that's happening. It's in the news. It's in the news. So I'm not sure what's going to dislodge Trump this time before his term is over. But it feels like, to me, the way I am feeling the pulse of the country, it seems like it's heading towards people basically said, okay, we've had enough, because tariff, its effect on our economy, a lot of people are getting hit, they're complaining, they are unhappy, the cost of everything. okay, and the Epstein stuff, among other things that are going on, Trump is basically playing with fire. And it's a matter of time before this whole thing blows up. But he's making everything difficult for everybody. So let's hang in there, friends. But it's not heading in the right direction for him. But he thinks he owned everything. Let's see. Okay. Scorpio 24 said the farmers forgot about 2016. They went bankrupt too. Really? I thought, when they bailed out, I don't remember the year, but they got the bailout. Oh, very much. Thank you very much, Scorpion 24. Yes, Tommy Duckworth. Oh my God, she lambasted Trump today. Yikes. Yeah, Christian, that visa thing, I mean, Trump is making things difficult, but you know what? A lot of red states, like Florida, tourism is way down. Texas, in fact, I read today, used to be, according to what I read today, used to have teeming with tourists, Canadians among others, gone. Even men, I believe, I mean, a lot of those states were tourists, that this country, period. And Europe is boycotting everything, a lot of things that made here. I don't remember which country, but it seems like Europeans, they're not even buying American products anymore. There's an application that they scan the barcode on bottles or whatever package they have to see where it was made. If it was made in the US, they don't buy it. We end for, and you guys remember, I said it on the other channel. I said, and now he's basically trying to create a way to attack Venezuela. He's going to turn South America, not that they love him, but he's going to turn them against us. And you guys remember I said Canada, Mexico, South America, they're going to link arm with Europe, among other countries, to turn on us. It started happening with the tariff. And Trump is continuing to push his luck. Those 11 people he killed, the international community is not happy about it. We're going to be, if we're not careful, this guy, if we think it's hurting now, wait until later, unfortunately for us. And like I've been saying this for over a year now. And that's what's been scaring me. My fear is coming true. I'm going to get caught in this shenanigan. Yeah. But it's going to get, we haven't seen anything yet. Unfortunately. Shelby Lisa says, my Ukrainian aunt had me put a bar of soap in her pocket before she died. She believed she had been to cleanse herself. Oh, yeah, that's old. Yeah, in the old days, yes, of all her sins, he's going to need dump trucks of soap. Lisa. Truck of soap would help him. Oh my God. Marielle says, I'm sad about South Korean that ICE detained. Yeah, but they're going to release them. My grandchildren's grandmother is South Korean. Is she going to have ICE problems? I mean, unless, if everyone, unfortunately, you guys, I wish I could tell you for certain somebody is not going to have issues. unfortunately, on that, even Americans are getting caught in this situation. So I don't see your. Let me see. Who did you say? I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Your grandchildren and grandmothers. I don't see any problems. Okay, but we are all vulnerable and may get caught in this ice situation. I can't. I mean, I feel 90% chance you'll be fine. Okay, but the way things are going, as long as Trump and Stephen Miller and Ford are in the White House, bad things can happen to any of us. If you are a person of color, yeah, you're going to be targeted. And it bothers me too. It saddens me. I mean, I don't know if this video is true, okay? There is a video, I believe I saw it on Blue Sky. There was an ICE agent or ICE agents boarded a bus somewhere in California, and they were checking everybody's papers. I don't know if that's true, but that gave me the chill that made me, it's like being in Haiti. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Mary Johnson, I feel the same way you do. Mary Johnson says, although everything is very expensive and I feel the effect of the market, I don't feel no way bad for those who voted for the criminal. I feel the same way, But the reason why I said it scares me. This month I had, I'm sure you guys heard, I hate to do it, but I have a dark moon Lilith on my second house. So if you have it in that house, you have to learn to be humble and ask people for help if you need help. And I'm lucky. I mean, hopefully, I think, my audience has been very good to me. And I humbled myself. I said, because what happened is I had a problem with my card. It was worse than I anticipated. Or that always happened to me. No matter what I do, something always happened to put me in a situation where I have to ask for help. I'm tired of it, but there's nothing I can do. So, unfortunately, and that's what I don't want, And when Saturn is retrograde for me, oh my God, I have to be very careful. Yeah. So I wasn't surprised, but it always dreaded me. What's going to happen to put me in a situation where I have to ask for people for help? That's why I said it the way I said it. Having to, this thing is putting me in a bad situation. Yeah. Mark is asking, can you please look at my finances for my health? I feel you're going to be okay. Stay on top of things. Unfortunately, like I'm saying, it's going to be challenging for a lot of us. What I do, I try to let go of things, the best I can, and manage my way forward. That's what we all are going to have to do. Because those of us, we're not multimillionaires, or even, if you are making it, forget it. Like me, that's what I'm thinking of. I want to move back to Jersey, but I have to schedule things. But it's hitting all of us. So hang in there, my friend. I wish Bob P said, will Hillary Clinton make a return to politics? I doubt it. And after what happened to Kamala, I don't think so. Unfortunately, I would have been, her or Kamala, I'd love to see that. But we'll probably have another woman. There are other women that can make very good presidential candidates. So hang in there. How about everyone? Thank you very much for spending time with me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. We are going through rough time, my friends, but hang in there. We will get through it, and this country will get back on its feet. The coming months are going to be very challenging. Don't let things, depress you too much or make you feel it's not going to get better. It will get better. Okay? Just hang in there. All right, everyone. Have a great, enjoy the rest of your weekend. I will see you next week. Those of you who can watch me at the regular time or whenever you can, I will see you then. Till then, oh, wait a minute. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmeter.com. Or please feel free to call me or text me on my YouTube number. We can negotiate a time that's good to talk. Please don't forget, to give me a thumbs up. That would help me a lot. And also, if you are not a subscriber yet, I'm still trying to increase my subscriber count. That would help me and help the channel as well. So please subscribe. I'll see you all next week, same time. Till then, bye.